What happened?
My arm's tired.
Which one? Use the other one. Get him, Lucky! Get him!
He doesn't know that yet. Hey guys, welcome to Gearheads.
Hey guys, so today on Gearheads we're going to be doing coilovers again.
Yep, again. So, we already did the video on exactly how to install coilovers on Matt's car with the Power Tricks ones. And so if you guys want to learn how to do it, I'll put a link up in the corner up there and in the description. And yeah, check that out. We go through every single step, and if you want to know how to do it, you'll have no problems if you follow along with that. So, that being said, that was the Power Tricks coilovers I was running in my old car, and I wanted to try something new this time, so I ended up going with the Bilstein PSS9 kit. And I got this from a friend locally here with a race shop, and he highly recommends these. And Bilstein is an awesome company. They sell really good shocks. They use all the same internal valving they do on all of their racing shocks for most of their products, and including these ones, which is really cool. So these hopefully will live a very long time, and they'll probably last longer than the car does. And
If you don't wreck it again.
well, I didn't wreck it, dude. That wasn't me. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and put these in the car, and also to go with these, by the way, they have Swiss springs, which is, the reason we did that is because Bilstein, when they sell these, a lot of people in the Miata group, or in the Miata crowd, don't run these because they have a linear spring rate, meaning the front springs and the back springs are equal. And most people end up running a stiffer in the front and a slightly softer in the back. And so we ended up doing that with this. We got stiffer ones for the front, and we're running the factory Bilstein ones for the back. And I'm hoping that these work really good, and I'm really excited. So let's go ahead and put these in the car. Woo! You guys are like vultures in my toolbox, man.
I'm missing my 17.
Yours is closest.
That's not true at all. Mine has a portable tool rack.
All right, dude, making a lot of progress. Going quick, huh?
You want to get out of here?
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Shout out to Paul. Hey buddy.
Shout out to Paul.
Because you're wearing a shirt. Anyways, so Matt's over working in this corner. And we got Babcat over here working on this corner. So I'm gonna go ahead and assemble these shocks, which is a different part actually. If you get a lot of other brands of coilovers, like the Power Tricks ones that Matt got, or if you go with almost any other brand, they sell them with top hats. There's a few others that don't, but Bilstein requires you to add top hats from your car, which is optional. You can pull the top hats out after you take the suspension out of the car, or I did this actually. I, for my old car, had already bought some NB top hats I was going to use for something else, and I never ended up using them, so I still had them sitting in a box. And so, take a look. These top hats are from an NB, which is a second gen Miata from 1999 to 2005, and they are actually different than the NA Miata ones, which is a 90 to 97. And these Bilsteins are actually sold for 1999 to 2005 cars. You can use these with stock NA top hats. You can make it work, but since I had these things laying around, I'm gonna get these together, and I'm gonna do it that way. So I'm gonna show you how to assemble them. Okay, so here's how the shock comes assembled, like this. Move that out of the way. It's just coming loose with that spring retainer, the helper spring, and then your other spring retainer here, and that spring. So you don't really have to take all that apart. I'm just gonna slide the bump stop up to the top though. But first we gotta take this top assembly apart, and so for that, you're gonna need a 1.5 millimeter Allen screw right in this little hole here. Here we go. Just loosen this, and then that little adjuster for the top will come out. And then this piece is a 19 millimeter, and you're gonna want to spin that loose. Oh, I'm sorry. I lied. That's a 22 millimeter. So the 22 millimeter, there we go. That broke loose. All right, so the adjuster's off, and these are all loose. So let's go ahead and take this off, and this is just a small locking nut to lock the that adjuster piece at the top in place, so it doesn't rotate on you. And then these two hold the top hat on, and there's two of them so that they can also lock against each other, and you don't have them come loose. All right, there we go. So now this stuff slides off. This guy comes off. There we go. All right, I want to just slide the bump stop up a bit. Oh, that was way too far up. Oops. This one's a little lubed up. On the front springs, it was a little longer. So that goes on like this, and then this has a, this is like a concave washer. That one slides on over the bump stop. All right, then you have your dust boot here. That slides over the bump stop. Then they give you a flat-topped washer, and that goes on top of the dust boot cover here. And after that, you're gonna start needing the bushings from your stock Miata, or if you order a set of top hats and bushings ahead of time, you can do that too. So here I have the top hat, and there's one bushing, and here's the other bushing. And then this thing, which isn't required, but I'm gonna use it just to try and help keep things quieter. So here, so this is what I'm gonna do. There's two bushings here. You can see one is wider than the other, the one under my hand more. So this one's fatter. I'm gonna take this one, slide it on. Come on. Come on, baby. There we go. All right, now that that's in place, I'm actually going to put the springs back on here. Okay, and then this spring perch, then your helper spring, and then the top perch slash spring holder there. And then actually, this isn't required, but I've got this little boot here, and I'm gonna slide it over the top of this perch and just wrap it around the edges. And I figure it'll soften it up down there and keep this from rattling. But if you tighten everything up properly, it shouldn't rattle anyway. And then if you look underneath, by the way, these spring perches have little half moon like holes in them. Line that up with where the bolts, the mounting bolts on the top hat go. All right, so we got that in place. Now you put your top bushing on. Here we go. Come on, baby. There we are. And then this guy, and you make sure that this one also this one also is kind of concave, and you want the valley of it facing up like this. So just so you can see for sure, don't put it on that way, put it on that way. And then go ahead and get a nut started and just tighten it up. And I'm going to be going actually against the helper spring here for a little while, so it'll spin on easy, but it'll probably go on about a ½ inch or more. All right, so that's about as tight as you're going to get that. Now, I actually used a bigger wrench like this and wedged it here with one hand, and I used the other hand wrapping around this way to get it nice and tight. And yeah, that's it. So now you just have to put your next nut on here. And this one's just a locking nut, so you don't have to go too crazy with it, but make sure you get it nice and snug up against that other bolt down there. There we go. That should be good. And now you got to get your adjuster back in place. So make sure you slide the small locking nut for that on first. Go a little further than you need to. All right, and then get your adjuster. Make sure this little ball here is facing up, because that's what makes that nice feel you get when you're clicking, making the turns on this adjuster. And then you'll see right here where that hole is, on the very top, you'll see that there's a little mark right there, and you match that mark up with where this hole goes. Slide it on like that, and then turn it around, and let's see on the other side. You want this line right here to be where the shock is. So right now I have it turned all the way this way, and that line's matching up with the number 6. We don't want that. See, look, if I go all the way to 1, it should be maxing out at 1, but it's not. It's going past it here. So what you want to do, so I turn this all the way back over to where it would be at 9, and then I'm going to spin this back up to where it's closer. There we go. And right there is it. So I'm gonna now run that locking nut up. Whoopsies. Run that locking nut up. And I'm gonna lock it and tighten it in place. And then once that's on, don't forget to come back and tighten your adjuster on with the little Allen screw you had there. And that should be all you need to do. But you might have to fiddle with this just a couple times to get it all lined up perfectly. Man, having minions is great. Everybody should get a pair.
Hey, get out of my ass crack.
What are you doing there, Loki? You showing them your whale tail, Matt?
Huh? Yeah, dude.
How's it going over here? Oh, get that new one up into place.
Trying.
Man, look at how beautiful that thing is. Get them all in the car.
Pretty sweet.
Oh, I'm glad I checked, mister.
Oh, whoops.
Glad I checked this side, huh?
Forgot.
You're just gonna leave me for dead, huh?
I would have remembered.
I need to go back and double check all your other work.
What happened?
My arm's tired.
Which one? Use the other one. Get him, Loki. Get him.
He doesn't know that yet.
So, another test drive at dark, like usual for us.
Because we can never do anything in the daytime.
Exactly. So, the front is pretty low, but it looked like it would only scrape on those mud guards. So, we'll find out. Right now, we'll go drive it and see if it rubs at all. And then, if it does rub, we'll raise the front just a little bit. Oh, Christian's car's right there. If it does rub, we'll raise the front up just a little bit. And lower the back, and if it doesn't rub, then we'll just lower the back. So we'll see how it rides.
If it rubs a little bit, we should just keep it.
Why?
Because it looks cool. It's like the Batmobile.
Yeah, but I don't want rub. I want functional, not just for looks.
I've seen that car at the gas station before. It's like wrapped in zebra print.
Oh my goodness, it is. Oh, is that the Fisker? It's a Fisker Karma, dude.
There's two of them.
I know, and they're all wrapped. That's funny. It's up here right now. It's a weird time for it to be up.
They've been up here before.
Yeah.
A couple of times.
Well, anyways, related to coilovers, this car feels much more, I don't know, better. Just everything feels firmer and more consistent. Oh man, look at that.
Solid.
Yeah. few days first and then go get the alignment done. But still not done yet. I want to go back and raise the front a hair, not too much, but it did rub a little bit if we were turning hard and hit a bump at the same time. So I don't want it to rub at all. So we'll raise the front up just a little bit, and then we'll lower the back down a little bit, and yeah, then we'll drive it for a few days, get an alignment, and we need to go autocrossing soon and see what it can do. It feels really good though. Those old shocks were pretty worn out. Let's see. You know how smooth that feels? Like no bounces or nothing, it just goes. Like my old shocks were getting bouncy. I forgot how bad they were.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. And remember, we already did this one time, so don't forget that if you want to learn how to do it, we're going to put a link in the description box below. You can go and watch if you have anyone.
In the top left corner.
If you have any questions, you can go watch it, okay?
Yeah, so anyways, check that out if you haven't already. We got a lot of other how-to videos, obviously. Now, we went for the test drive real quick, and I really like these actually. The car drives awesome. It's more comfortable over bumps than it was before, even though the springs are like 3.5 times stiffer than the factory ones. And it just handles a lot better. It's like just way more consistent, and it's easier to control the car. So anyways, we do need to lower the back of the car down just a little bit, and we need to raise the front just a little bit to keep it from rubbing. But we're going to do that later. And we already showed you how to adjust gears in the other video as well, so if you want to know how to do that too. Anyways, so I think that's pretty much it for tonight. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. We have an Instagram. Go ahead and follow us there. And what else? If you're not subscribed yet, you should subscribe too, because we have fun here all the time, and we want you guys to join us. So once again, thanks for watching.
Remember, keep wrenching.